If they weren't charging admission, or were offering discounts, then there would be no problem. Sit a healthy Kawhi Leonard as often as you want. Keep him encased in bubble wrap until the playoffs if that's the only way to have him ready to go. Raptors All-Star Kawhi Leonard, who played just 9 games last season because of injuries, has sat out when healthy 12 times this season, including Sunday in Detroit. Carlos Osorio, AP, but last time we looked, NBA teams, including the Raptors, are charging admission, they aren't offering discounts when top stars don't play, and they are receiving billions in television revenue to showcase world-class talent. So yeah, there's a problem. This is not a new issue. 2 years ago, the NBA altered its rules and instituted a fine structure to persuade teams not to rest healthy players for regular season games, particularly marquee matchups. But it continues to happen. This season, the practice has truly hit home here in Toronto with the frequent, load management absences of Leonard. Sunday night in Detroit, Leonard missed his 12th game, 5 at home, 7 on the road, for this rather unspecific reason. Multiple busloads of Toronto fans made the journey for the game in Motown to cheer on their team, only to be told before game time it was another load management night off for Toronto's best player. Leonard sat on the bench wearing civvies and his usual brand of stoicism, and head coach Nick Nurse acknowledged that his superb small forward was healthy. The Claw just didn't play, despite having the day off on Saturday after the Raps beat Portland in a thriller Friday night. Anyway you cut it, this shortchanges fans, and not just Toronto fans. Presumably, there are paying customers in Detroit who would have enjoyed seeing more of Leonard now that he's, at least temporarily, in the Eastern Conference. You want to see the great ones when you can, right? This has been going on all season, without a great deal of negative blowback from fans or media. Leonard doesn't play back-to-backs, and now apparently he doesn't play 2 games in 3 days, either. After he missed almost all of last season with injuries, it made perfect sense that the Raps set out to bring him back carefully. But it's now March. He's healthy, we are told, and the injury that restricted him to 9 games last year appears to be a thing of the past. He's also only 27 years old, not 37. Danny Green is the only other Rap who has required a game off for rest, and the 31-year-old needed just the one. I know. All some Raptors fans care about is what Leonard can do in the postseason, and right now the team has the second-best record in the NBA. He's played 46 of 64 games and is averaging a team-best 27 points per game. When he plays a lot. When he hasn't played, the team is still a robust 13-5, so no problem, right? There's 82 games and for me these are just practices, and playoffs is when it's time to lace them up, Leonard told TSN recently. That's promising indeed for Raps fans who have already been thrilled by Leonard's play and can now look forward to him really digging in come playoff time. The problem, of course, is that Leonard makes more than $20 million US per season to play those regular season games for which folks buy tickets and watch on television. To simply shrug off his participation in regular season basketball is a snub to fans, whether he means it that way, he likely doesn't, or not. Everyone who watches the Raptors appreciates Leonard's talent. The overtime lapses without him in Detroit were notable, but he made key plays late in the win over the Trailblazers on Friday. This year, the Raptors are having more success in close games than before he arrived. Still, as Toronto fans know all too well, postseason NBA competition provides a different type of environment and regular season success does not always translate. Logic suggests maximizing the time Leonard, Marc Gasol, Pascal Siakam and Kyle Lowry have together on the court can only benefit the team when it comes to those big moments in the playoffs. Raps boss Masai Ujiri, who has the entire organization completely focused on the pursuit of a championship, might counter that won't happen at all unless Leonard is healthy. The underlying story here is that the Raps are well aware of how Leonard's relationship with San Antonio soured, and that if Toronto has any chance of re-signing him this summer, he needs to feel protected and beloved by management. In essence, understanding that the Raps sports science department has a say in all this, the load management allowances have been part of what really is a season-long recruitment process. That, however, doesn't answer the issue of shortchanging the fans. It was back in early 2017 that Commissioner Adam Silver took action, or appeared to take action, by threatening to fine teams for sitting healthy players. It is ultimately my hope that the rules go in the drawer and that teams step up here and see that there is a larger obligation to our fans, to the basketball community, said Silver. With respect to Leonard, the Raps seem to believe it's more important to make him feel protected than any larger obligation they might have to their fans. Either that or Ujiri believes putting forth the best possible effort to win a championship and retain Leonard beyond this season is a passionate expression of that larger obligation, so we can go around and around on this. There are 18 games left, and it says here that in an ideal world Leonard would, unless he is dealing with an injury, play in all of them. Catching Milwaukee, after all, is still a possibility and would have value. Raptors fans have been incredibly loyal to this team. Both the team and Leonard would do well to show respect for that loyalty, whatever their actual intentions may be. Damian Cox is a former Star Sports reporter who is a current freelance columnist based in Toronto. Follow him on Twitter, @DamaSpinReport, and air journalistic standards about the Star Sports action and reaction delivered to your inbox. New NEWSLETTERSPORTSSIG and up.